I want it to be as inexpensive as possible.
Which is tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky. Like we only this week crossed from red to black financially.
But is that typical, do you think?
I think that's I mean, that means that we planned it about the right size, as much as Jacob might have constructive criticism to the contrary. It seems like we'll have like $1,000 left over, right? Which is about right. But there's also, who knows, like maybe I forgot to buy enough napkins, right? Or maybe, there's some critical thing that I'm just going to need to run to Costco or Target to pick up for the conference at the last minute. And then, all of a sudden our surplus is back to zero, which is the way it should be, right? We're not trying to make a profit. We're not, even if we do have surplus, we're a nonprofit, we'll use it for some other conference or some other related need, or helping someone else plan their own thing.
Hey, Carolyn, I haven't seen you in forever. You're getting so big.
She can't really hear you because I got an earbud in, but she says hi.
Oh, hi. Grim, rip your shirt off.
That I looked at the numbers before and after on the dono thing, and that didn't seem to do much, sir.
I don't think it did.
I got it for you, Sam. The next big thing is bed and bestuary.
Bed and bestuary.
Bed and brestuary. Brestuary. We'll just call it brestuary.
No, well maybe, but
we'll have Sydney Sweeney be one of the hosts, and we'll sell the thing out. Then Jacob will live up to all of our dreams of what we're capable of. Yeah.
But the notion of like the unconference, like, how that cool part is, you go get to rent a big, huge B&B with a bunch of your friends and then go to a conference.
Mm-hmm.
What if there was no conference but we all went to the same place?
Well, that's similar to the Minnesota Lake House idea, where you just sort of like rent a lodge or one of the like a old summer camp or something like that, and just stay in cabins and play in the lake and make food, and that's it.
I mean, as micro celebrities of this duration, I think we can just do that instead of having speakers at a conference and cut all that conference bullshit right off the top.
I got a spot for it.
That's what I recommend.
Sam, we did the fishing trip, and
we did the fishing trip, which was the first thing.
It was supposed to be the first annual fishing trip, and it's been how many years?
And it's there's been some annual gaps, but I think that was basically among the first TLC gatherings greater than 5 people was the Arkansas fishing trip, of which exactly 0 fishing casts were cast, but it was a fishing trip. But who else was there? Charlie was there. Jeff Pace was there. Who else? Some other people came.
Lance showed up.
Lance showed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the real deal. If you were at that fishing trip.
You have to show Donnie your venture if you can find it that I made for the fishing trip.
Oh.
Is Donnie coming?
Yeah. Donnie's coming to Westbury.
I have it. I haven't thrown it away because it has God's name in it.
Why, thank you.
You told me not to do this. All right, look. Bada boom.
There it is.
You see? Look. Fancy Hebrew letters. And it's like, you might not realize my screen is not in fact mirrored, but it is a opposite kind of book, right? It's a book for lefties. Yeah.
What's the date? 2021?
July 9th, 2021.
Wow.
Correct.
I wanted to try to make it to that. It's hard. What we should do as a larger group is not, I don't know, 3 conferences a year is maybe too much.
Yeah, I think that we need a central planning committee. I think that we stepped on our own toes a little bit with Mid-Westuary, South Estuary, and Breakwater.
We need more structure, more planning, a bigger organization, and a good leader.
Just give me more power and money. Give me more power and money. That's all that we need to do.
Nate is the official coordinator.
Yeah.
So, like,
He's the official coordinator?
No,
What?
no, no.
Yeah.
He's the official coordinator of Estuary.
Of Estuary, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
he does the conference stuff though. He helps with
Yeah.
that, facilitating the conference
Well,
stuff.
Yeah,
The
but
way
here's
that
the
I would say
secret.
is like this.
Chicago's not part of the Estuary network.
The way
You don't
that I
follow
would
the
do
protocol.
this is where if you're feeling compelled and you have an idea and you have the actual time and attention to pour into something and you really think you could do it, then you're the guy for the job. That's it.
It's
Right.
not too hard. It's not too hard. Like if you want to do a Midwesterary type thing, about a year in advance, you have to get your speakers lined up. And then you have to get a place lined up pretty closely after that. And really once you've done those two things, everything else is somewhat obvious. Like you'll need to book some catering and then some other stuff like that. But really, it takes about 12 months of advance, but and you can tug on your connections in TLC to, convince Jonathan Peugeot or whoever that you're a real person. But it's not too hard and it's not too much work. But you shouldn't do it alone. You should do it with a couple other people. And we should make like a lessons learned or a conference outline document or something like that once we're
Didn't
done with this.
Roger said to do it alone is a mortal sin? Which was a total masturbation joke. Just, I mean, if you didn't, never mind. I will just.
Oh,
Did he say that?
he
Did he
was
say that?
talking about masturbation. Chad, I'm too innocent to notice these sorts of things.
I only know that because I have Catholic friends that tell me what a mortal sin is. Otherwise, I don't really know what a mortal sin is. Sorry, Carolyn. Your dad is a dunce.
Well, you're Lutheran. You don't believe in mortal sins.
I don't know. I don't. Do I or don't I?
No, you don't. You don't. You're that was one of those things that Luther didn't like. He didn't like that distinction.
You're a very metagelical Lutheran, though.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that?
Well,
even mean?
everyone in Wisconsin is half Lutheran and half Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
and
we're
like
American.
you kind of swap back and forth from generation to generation based off of who married whom.
I'm
But
practically a Midwest ortho bro. You know,
Yeah.
only like not
Without-
ortho.
Without ortho or the bro.
Yeah, right.
But other than that, very similar. My in-laws recently bought a house, their retirement house, pretty close to Chad's house. So I'll be going there. So hopefully I can see Chad over in the Lakes district of Southeast Wisconsin, whatever you
Nice.
want to call it. Yeah.
A couple guys from my book club are University of Wisconsin grads, and they think that's where my son should go to school. So if he ends up going to school, I'll go.
Don't tell Jacob
over there.
about UW Madison. Jacob has a unique hatred for UW Madison.
Really?
I
It's not
don't
that unique.
hate it. I just realized that it is the epicenter of all evil.
Right. Fair enough. Sorry.
Says
Because they drink?
The guy that lives in Los Angeles.
The depart-
That's the guy who lives in
Oh, I have a story I could tell you about that. But the Department of Hebrew in the University of Wisconsin-Madison, for some reason, is like the epicenter of all bad ideas. And if you didn't know, that's where critical race theory actually started. Is
Really?
Madison? Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep, Kimberly Crenshaw they had a conference at Madison where they started that whole thing.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. But other than that, Madison is honestly one of the most lovely places to live if you don't mind a good cold winter. As you know, everyone but Jacob on this stream.
I mean, which you shouldn't. I mean, the seasons are good. You know, it's part of
Seasons
the
are good.
cosmic order.
yeah, you gotta appreciate the tilt of the earth.
We have
Yeah.
seasons. There's cool summer and warm summer.
Yeah. All
I've
right.
never-
So here's a pitch for this is not a Midwesterary, or this is probably outside of Estuary. But I'm like, all right, what if we, made Jacob happy and we aimed for the moon with a big conference? And probably this would still leave room for someone else to organize an actual, TLC conference. I think a topic that is still hanging in the air that needs some attention is evolution and religion. And Jacob's shaking his head. All right, get this.
Headlined by Bethel.
Not Bethel, but Stephen Myers would be one of them, right? The intelligent design guy. Richard Dawkins. Brett
Rogan.
Richard
Weinstein.
Dawkins.
Right. You get Brett Weinstein. I'm talking. What? Wait. So Jacob, you criticize me when my dreams aren't big enough, and then you criticize me when my dreams are too big. You need to pick a happy medium. Some sort of Christian.
At least you have
maybe,
dreams.
Like David Bentley Hart, honestly, could be an interesting guy to try.
You think so? God, I don't.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not him.
So-
And honestly, Jordan Peterson could be a contender for that sort of conference as well.
So picking a happy medium, Fountain of Comfort, we actually just hit $5,000 that we raised. So we are thinking about doing a conference. And of course, it's going to be about mental health. And
Boring. Everyone already talks about mental health. I thought Chad just took him off. All right.
and
It's
we're
spiritual
thinking
health.
we might do a conference in summer of 2027. That's because
2027.
yeah, because if I'm actually going to announce something, it's like everything's going to be announced a year ahead of the actual conference.
Well, here's the thing. So we decided that we were going to do the thing previous to last year's conference. And again, I do think that I personally think that in order for these things to really be maximally useful, that it shouldn't be splitting too many people's hairs on like where to go and whatnot. So if we have big conferences here and there and here and there, I think it can. If you're looking at trying to fill seats, that it can be not good. Anyways, the second thing is, we initially wanted, I thought, 400 to 500 people. That's what we were kind of aiming for. And so I don't, obviously we just broke 315 or something like that. I don't know.
I think we'll be right around 330 is sort of my guess.
Yeah. So in order to get the kind of like bigger, like if you wanted to hit 1,000 or something, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money on advertising.
Yes, that's very true.
And
I don't think you have to spend a lot of money.
well, here's the thing. We had an entire network to capitalize on getting 500 asses and 500 seats. And I thought we had a pretty good lineup to do that. But the community at large, I guess, I don't know, maybe we didn't do a good job of making it attractive enough for them to push the idea and utilize the network as your advertisement base.
Or maybe
what-
this is the size of the people that we have.
So I mean, there are many things you can do to feed a larger event, and my hope is that if I do one, it is going. And yeah, Rod is Debbie Downer here.
No, I think he's right. Denim
I-
Dinner.
Right.
Where at the Denim Dinner, you can see your favorite estuarian or questuarian wearing Dickies. Brought to you by
Bigger
Dickies.
is different, Luke.
Bigger is
Bigger
different.
is different. There's a certain excitement that you can generate if you make especially an event that people can invite their friends and family to who want to know what the things are that I completely disagree with you, Rod. I don't know how many times you've been to Comic-Con, but Comic-Con is definitely not dead.
Get in here, Rod.
People really do like getting together and seeing that there are other people who care about the similar things that they do.
But do you think so? The Jordan Peterson sphere, or what I think of as the core of TLC, is still like a minor part of Paul's channel, which I think most people don't get it. I think he mainly gets the big views and numbers when he's talking about ideas and stuff, which I don't think is the core of what TLC is even about. And
I don't see why Paul is the center of what you're talking about. It's certainly not for me.
One moment. Here's what I would say. JBP is taking a break off. I don't know if any of you guys got that email.
I
Yeah.
But he has an illness right now, so he'll be taking a break. So if you can land a JBP next year, maybe it will help your numbers, and then maybe that's the event he comes out of. I don't know. If you can like wish upon a star and become a real boy, and maybe you can do that, and maybe it'll help your numbers if you're looking for numbers. I was hoping that we would have numbers, but
I mean,
that was just
330 is pretty good.
it is. But I wanted 5.
Yeah, I think that one thing we could have done better is we could have had more clarity about the marketing requirements of our speakers in their contracts. And so that could have forced them to do a little bit more of that than they actually did. We only had some vague things like appear on podcasts and post on social media without any sort of reference to time frame or quantity or something like that. So I think that could have been slightly improved, and maybe that could have slightly upped our numbers. But honestly, I think that most of our market does know about the conference.
Yeah.
I would have started. I mean, I told you this at the very beginning. I think if you're going to have something be actually really big, you have to have it announced a year ahead, where you give out tickets. I certainly plan to give out.
I mean, I think we announced 10 or 11 months ahead. We're pretty.
You didn't have the reservation website out.
We had the reservation website up at least 9 or 10 months in advance.
Yeah. And the thing is here's the thing. If it's something you want to do a large thing like that, and I should probably get going here pretty soon because she's getting antsy, and she's the boss. She is the Shadow Cabal. But here's the thing. I think that the 1,000+ person event is happening every day. It's happening every day, and there are many speakers who are doing it every day, all over the place. It's not an event that you have to really get a hold of, like CA or whatever it is, and like it's just not the event that I'm looking to do personally, because the estuary event is estuary centric, and to have 2,000 or 1,000+ people, you're not going to be able to do the estuary thing in that way.
No.
It could be good for maybe I don't know, some sort of outreach, but it's not really going to help estuary in the long run. The real events, I think, as they move forward, the most meaningful events will be people who are very invested in the estuary idea, hosting their own events in their little areas, and having dinner parties, and actually spending time with each other in phone calls and things like that. That'd be my guess. If you're interested in doing 1,000+ person events and you think you could do it, hell yeah, dude, get it on. But I don't think it's, as Rod said, I think it's kind of a played out idea. That's just my thing, my own thinking. Oh, we can do last minute. Everybody says their like last thoughts on this thing, and then I gotta go. We'll start with Jacob.
Kids are important, and family is important, and that's more important than this stuff.
Amen. Amen. Luke, final thoughts.
Am I next?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you, Chad. Like, I think if somebody wants to do a great big conference, that's great. And I wish them all the best. I think it's phenomenal. I think Sam from private conversations, I feel like you have that itch. So I think you should go for it. And that could be cool. It's not the thing I would ever want to do. Like, even I need to do like some mental prep for Midwestuary, because even Olympia was overwhelming for me. Like, it was just a lot of people.
I think we'll have less tiers, but that doesn't mean that.
There maybe won't be so much crying, but it was just like there's so many people you want to talk to, and it's that trying to be really present in a spot where there's all these people that you want to connect to and see, and that you've had minor interactions with, and then if you're talking to someone in a conference room and there's all these people you want to talk to going by, to be really present with somebody, which I think is pretty important. It's difficult, and like that energy for 3 days I found it to be a challenge. It was good, but it's a challenge, you know.
Well, we'll have savings throws at this one, so that'll help a lot. Sam, any last thoughts?
I do wonder if there's something that TLC can do to sort of fill a little bit of the vacuum that like Pangburn or whatever left behind of being sort of the organizing thing around beyond just TLC, but almost into kind of IDW or whatever Majigger land that we are. The thing slightly beyond our little corner. And if we're just the people who have our acts together and no one else has their acts together because of whatever. I've also wondered if we could do like sort of like what Unheard does, where we just have like one or two speakers and it's just a night, right? Like, you know, come to a bar or a library or whatever, wherever the heck they meet, have one or two people live stream it, have a local Chicago audience or anyone else who wants to come in from out of town and do stuff like that a few times a year. That's another thing that I've thought of.
Yeah. Well, excellent. I think if the Chicago Estuary or meetup group wants to be the one to move forward and do those sorts of things, then they should probably consider having you as a host of a show, them paying speakers to come on their channel, bigger name, high profile speakers, and then that will basically be the pivot of your entire brand of moving forward as far as and that would basically be something like an introduction.
I need to like
outreach.
chew on one of those balls that makes my like chin line better, right? So what's that guy on Unheard, that very sort of, you know, muscular, gruff, well-spoken British dude?
Yeah, don't chew on
yeah.
balls. That's what we're ending on.
You need to. It's called. I think you can just do mewing. I think it's called
Mewing. Don't chew on balls, people. All right. Yeah.
Don't chew on balls. Get your dickies. They are durable. And we'll see you Thursday. We're very much looking forward to it, where we'll be actually not alone, whereas here we are virtually not alone. You like how I did that? All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, let me find the outro. Thank you, Jacob, for coming and hanging out. And thank you, Luke and Sam. And I'm very much looking forward
See
to
y'all
all of
next
this.
week. Yeah,
See
less
you
than a
next
week. Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see. Outro video. Come on. Let's do more of Carolyn. How
I'm
about
just
that?
a Midwest metagelical
Yeah, dude.
talking
you should
life
sing
and
it,
other
dude. Sam.
hypothets. No, I can't sing. That is the of all the skills I have to bring to this conference.
What happened? Did he leave?
I didn't leave. I'm right here. You
What
backstaged
happened?
me.
Oh, I see.
You backstaged me. I didn't leave. I'm still right here. Don't have me sing. Of all of the skills that I have, singing is the least good of them.
Wow.
That's the least good use of me, is to sing.
What do they call that? Vocation?
Yeah,
well,
God prevented me from being a talented singer so that I didn't become a folk singer back in high school. That was His mercy on me.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yep. Good job, Bear. You sang that so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Good job,
Want to do
honey.
it again? Okay, here we go.